How you feel about the situation between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson?
That means that he don't want to fight. You know, from 20%. Come on, man. Stop that. Stop it. You know what type of fighter he is. That's what you do when you don't want to fight.
Now the rumors was coming out today. They saying they trying to get Shakur and Devin maybe. It's so much rumors. Like nobody don't really know what's going on. You don't feel like that's a duck if he go take Devin?
Anybody outside of Devin and Tank, then everybody know he ducking. Then
He king ding-a-ling. Get the boy. Woo! You about to make me go crazy. You not that good, bro. You not. I'm sorry.
We came in. Sure. Brian Norman came in at 46. We came in at 46. If Shakur come in at 44 or 45, it's all the same to me, in my opinion. So I won't be blindsided about not being prepared for this opportunity. So from a coaching standpoint, from a business standpoint,
The boxing community has been drawn into another heated debate after a number of fighters and commentators criticized Shakur Stevenson following the release of messages that allegedly suggest he turned down a possible fight with Devin Haney. The controversy has reignited long-standing discussions between supporters and critics, with many questioning Stevenson's willingness to face one of boxing's toughest opponents. As the conversation continues to spread across social media, fans remain divided over what the leaked messages truly reveal about the rivalry that has captured the sport's attention for years.
Right. And they did the sanctioned bodies and all that did to make them fight.
If they do fight, who you think gonna win?
I actually don't know. I mean, my mind says Shakur probably win. But then I see the great work they did with Loma, or that he fight with Loma, and overcome a lot of different obstacles in that fight. It could be hard for Shakur. Sugar Shakur, right? Shakur Stevenson. As they call it. It'd be hard for him for the long range, the height, how big he is, stuff like that. And then what makes me think even more is when Shakur say spar with Crawford, and he had lots of problems with Crawford. Even though Crawford wasn't punching him hard or whatever, but you know what he had problems with? He had problems with the long arms and the height of Crawford. So he couldn't counterpunch like he wanted to. With Crawford. Crawford probably wouldn't hit him hard, but it's different, you know, he's longer and stuff, it's harder. So that could be a problem for Shakur that we...
Benji recently added fuel to the ongoing discussion surrounding a potential clash between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Sharing a report from Sean Zittle, he claimed that Zufa Boxing is interested in making the Haney versus Stevenson fight, but that Stevenson is once again the reason negotiations are not moving forward. The post immediately sparked reactions from fans, many of whom expressed frustration over the repeated delays. One supporter commented that Stevenson was always expected to avoid the matchup and look for other options rather than commit to facing Haney. Another suggested that under Dana White's influence, fighters would no longer be able to avoid elite-level opposition without facing criticism. Meanwhile, Devin Haney has continued to openly pursue major fights following his latest victory. He publicly identified Stevenson as one of the biggest available opponents and challenged him through social media. While the potential matchup excited boxing fans, critics were quick to point out that the fight still lacks a firm commitment despite years of discussions between both sides. This ongoing uncertainty has strengthened claims that Stevenson is hesitant to move forward, especially as Haney continues to express his interest in making the fight happen. Many observers believe Haney has consistently welcomed tough competition, while questions continue to surround why the matchup remains unfinished.
Confirms what I've been saying. 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, superstar boxer, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Devin the Dream Haney. 33 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He calls out another first ballot Hall of Famer of his era. Ironically enough, Devin Haney is 27, and the person he calls out is 28 years old, who's another first ballot Hall of Famer, Olympic silver medalist, 4-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, who simultaneously, up until yesterday, held the WBC 135-pound title and the WBO 140-pound junior welterweight title. At the same time, superstar boxer, 4-division champion, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Shakur Stevenson, who is 25 wins, no losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. So Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, as I said, and Devin Haney confirmed it, as you see there, this is the next super fight in the sport of boxing.
The situation appears to be building toward a Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson showdown after reports indicated that both fighters are now connected to Zufa Boxing. Haney recently finalized a major agreement with the company, and Stevenson is also said to have taken a similar path, placing both stars under the same promotional banner. For a long time, promotional differences and business complications were viewed as major obstacles preventing the fight from becoming a reality. Those challenges may now be far less restrictive. With both fighters potentially operating under the same promotional structure, discussions could move forward more efficiently, shifting the focus toward finalizing the terms and securing an official fight date. Many figures within the boxing industry believe Zufa Boxing has every reason to pursue the matchup because of the enormous interest it would generate across the sport.
Shakur Stevenson signs with Zufa Boxing, apparently, according to Eddie Hearn. Let's watch.
Okay, Stevenson, does that kind of open the door for you to work with Shakur? Obviously,
no, Shakur signed with Zufa, so that'll be him moving forward. But I just don't know who they're going to put him in with. Because you see, Zufa are paying, like, as a business, they're paying these guys 5 times more than anybody else would pay them. To fight who? Like, who are you going to put Shakur? What, you can put Shakur in with O'Shaquie Foster and give him $15 million? I mean, good luck to Shakur. I love him. I said to him, great, mate. But yeah, it's a weird model, and it's a model that's...
Promoter Eddie Hearn recently revealed that Zufa Boxing has been offering exceptionally large financial incentives in an effort to attract top-level fighters, including Shakur Stevenson. According to Hearn, the amounts being offered are far beyond what many would normally expect and are intended to quickly establish the company's presence in professional boxing, although the strategy has attracted widespread attention. Hearn questioned whether such spending can remain sustainable over the long term. In his view, these lucrative offers are primarily designed to create immediate momentum and persuade elite fighters to sign rather than support a long-term business model. He acknowledged that several fighters have been drawn to the opportunities being presented, but remains interested in seeing whether the company can maintain the same level of investment as its roster continues to grow. Regardless of those concerns, the aggressive recruitment strategy has already made a noticeable impact and increased optimism surrounding major future matchups.
That with Conor Benn, supposedly it was a one-fight deal, who knows? The game plan is simple here. Outspend everyone, grab up all the talent, and then undercut the rest of boxing. If you have all the talent, even if you have to spend more at the beginning, which they are going to, and they are clear, and then you take that talent from everybody else whose contracts are coming up, then the rest of the sport does have to somewhat capitulate that you have the best roster and or the best league, which the UFC's Zufa Boxing alternative is kind of working toward, right? The UFC model. Fighters are going to want to be there. The best in the world are going to want to be there. It's a long-term play, and I think Eddie knows this, that it's not meant to be sustainable to sign, one fight, $15 million deals for the next 10 years. They're going to do this until they grab up all or the majority of the talent. And it may work. And it probably...
At the same time, Bill Haney expressed confidence that Devin Haney would be the toughest opponent of Shakur Stevenson's career. He argued that Stevenson has yet to face a fighter who combines speed, defensive skills, championship-level experience, and proven success at the highest level in the same way Devin does. Bill maintained that there would be no easy moments if the fight eventually takes place, predicting that every aspect of Stevenson's ability would be tested to its limits. He has repeatedly described the matchup as one of boxing's biggest events, while insisting that Devin possesses the tools needed to overcome any challenge. According to Bill, even the smallest mistakes can become costly under the spotlight of a fight watched by millions. He believes the pressure, expectations, and level of competition would create the ultimate test, forcing both fighters to prove exactly where they belong among boxing's elite.
I want your thoughts on Shakur saying he not fighting Dev unless he got a rehydration clause.
Shakur, man, honestly, you know what I mean? Because, I can pop it on channels and shit like that and do that, you know what I mean? And we can have fun with it. But, you know, over here on the Boxing Voice, right, I want to ask, in or around the division, every bad month around Devin has gotten an offer to fight, or they've been in the ring, or, I mean, who else has that happened with? All the fights that the people want to see Devin fight, the person that got either a contract or Devin that got in the ring with him. Can we say that about anybody?
Bill Haney has also challenged the growing narrative that either Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney is avoiding tough competition. According to him, both fighters understand how to manage the business realities that come with building a successful boxing career. He explained that Stevenson has not fully pursued certain WBO opportunities while navigating different weight classes, just as Devin Haney has not aggressively chased mandatory fights involving opponents such as Boots Ennis or Xander Zayas. That in Bill's opinion, these decisions are often portrayed as signs of fear when they are actually strategic choices shaped by timing, promotional circumstances, and long-term career goals. He believes both camps are operating within the same system and making similar business decisions, even if public perception tends to judge them differently.
Or the ring, it didn't matter. He wanted Devin Haney.
Okay, Bernie. Now, Bernie, what organization is Shakur the champion for right now?
He the WBO, because that's what Tio had.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what belt does Devin Haney have?
The WBO.
So if he wanted to mandate something, he could mandate something right now, Bernie.
If he want to do it, yeah.
Okay, Bernie, don't blow up blood vessel.
Yeah,
But he can
yeah.
still, listen, if he just wanted one belt, he can come get the one belt right now.
That's
Although Shakur Stevenson is widely recognized as one of boxing's top defensive specialists, Hall of Famer Roy Jones Jr. believes there is still room for improvement. While praising Stevenson's speed, awareness, and overall ring intelligence, Jones pointed to one specific concern regarding his movement after avoiding punches. According to Jones, Stevenson often creates too much distance after making his opponents miss. Instead of staying close enough to immediately fire effective counterpunches, he frequently moves completely out of range. Jones explained that this pattern has been especially noticeable against dangerous punchers, where Stevenson's defensive success sometimes limits his own offensive opportunities. Rather than taking advantage of his opponent's mistakes right away, he occasionally allows the action to reset and gives up favorable positions.
Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter, but he got to learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this because this is going to mean a lot for him. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and counter. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You understand me? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
That's how I'd say. I felt like he was running.
He really ain't running. He just don't understand that distance. Somebody got to teach him. And I would teach him if they brought him to me to teach him. But he got to understand what I'm trying to tell him. I'm not trying to criticize him.
Right.
But they take, when you say something bad, they take it as criticism.
Right.
No, son, you got to understand how to not jump. Okay, people know what the thing that dig the hole, the excavator, right? Yeah. If you move that thing back too far, you can't reach the job. Right. It's got to work, but it got to stay on the job while it works. You can't take it out of, if you work it with this, because this part keeps it on the job, the feet. This do the work. If you take the thing and move it back, it's off the job, it can't work no more. Right. So if you move it back every time off the job, it ain't gonna ever get no work done. So now it's gonna be.
Believes a slight adjustment could make Shakur Stevenson even more effective inside the ring. In his view, staying just a bit closer after forcing an opponent to miss would create far more opportunities for damaging counterattacks. Jones emphasized that Stevenson's defensive instincts are already among the best in boxing, but excessive retreating can prevent him from taking immediate advantage of openings. Instead of being ready to respond with sharp counters, he often finds himself too far away, allowing opponents valuable time to recover and regroup. The Hall of Famer argued that improved distance control could transform defensive victories into offensive success. By maintaining a position within striking range, Stevenson would be able to land cleaner counters, increase his overall activity, and create more action-packed performances without sacrificing the defensive skills that have become the foundation of his success. Yes,